These are our everyday lives. And today, moving forward, start living your life like you have nothing to lose. And that's where the power is. Start living your life like you have absolutely nothing to lose. Most of our life, it resides within the subconscious. And because of the density of the world that we live in, we kind of live our lives just, kind of hanging on to things, worried about, what we can lose instead of actually living our lives in full authenticity. And when we take this mindset and when we change the subconscious programming and when we live our lives like we have absolutely nothing to lose, that's where the abundance comes. That's where our joy, our sovereignty comes from, because we're actually creating a prison of the mind, thinking that we're going to lose certain things. And when we let go of it and we actually embrace our authentic self and our journey, well, that's when the abundance comes. And this is a very powerful year. It's the year of abundance. If you want true, authentic abundance, whatever that means for you, sovereignty is the key word of the year. You're going to have to live your life like you have nothing to lose. And this is a very powerful message. This is a pen and paper episode. Get yourself a pen and paper. You could rewrite some of the key terms in the comment section as well and really change the programming that you have. God made you to be abundant, to make you come to this world and start living the life that you want to experience, living a life where you not only are changing your life, but you are changing the lives of others that are around you. We are all changing the timeline, the reality for billions and billions of people. And that's why I've said many times, not only do you have faith in God, but God has faith in you to carry this out, because we must follow the laws of the universe and the law of free will. So you are the one that has to break the cycle. You are the one that has to build this new earth, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I'm very grateful if you could kindly just tap that like button. It helps others find this message. And if it resonates with you, if you're feeling this frequency here, why don't you hit the subscribe button as well? There's a lot of work to do this year. The magic happens in the flow state where you have nothing to lose. And when the pressure is off, a lot of times we are not able to quote unquote manifest. We're not really getting the efficient output, if you will, when we are really tight. And I like to use everyday life examples to help teach the masses. Oded, thank you so much. I love you forever, Braveheart. I appreciate you, Oded. I love you too. We see this in sports. So if you've watched sports and you're seeing it more and more, a lot of teams sometimes they get out to a lead. It could be in the Super Bowl, it could be in the playoffs. Everything could be on the line. And then all of a sudden the team is like, they're almost out of it. And they're like, well, let's just play like we have nothing to lose. It's like we've already lost the game. We're down by 3 touchdowns. We're down by so many runs. And the pressure comes off. And when the pressure comes off, you get in the flow state. And you start playing like you have nothing to lose. And then that's why you see some people in the sports terminology call it choking, right? They play really tense. They just go 3 and out. They kick the ball to the other team. They're playing too safe. We have the game, we have the lead, and they're playing very cautiously. And they're holding on to it so tight. You hold on to things so tight, you actually do lose it. I appreciate that, Grace. When you live your life like you have nothing to lose, and that's how we're going to start this, preface this lesson. It's not about being irresponsible or living your life recklessly, right? You don't go to the casino, I'm going to put half my life savings on red. All right, I got nothing to lose. That's not what this is about. Here on this channel, we talk about everyday life with balance and in alignment, right? There's terms called trans-rational spirituality. You could see people that are out there and they talk about these spiritual terms and they're way out of balance, they're way out of alignment. So that's not what this means. It does not mean you put half your life savings on red. Okay, here we go. There it goes, gone. You have to live your life. You have to have faith in yourself, your abilities. You have to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. Passion, vocation, and dreaming big. That's where you have to be. Not just, I'm just trying to survive, or I just want to have safety and security. And I'm sharing from firsthand experience, and I mentor other people that are starting their own vocations, right? They're quote unquote working for themselves. They're creating for the universe. And again, it's for everyone. Some people like to have that safety and security, that, I'm going to get that paycheck every 2 weeks. But there's a ceiling there for certain jobs. But then when you get rid of that safety net, it could be scary and you have highs and lows, but there actually is no ceiling. And that's where you have to have, you live your life like you do have nothing to lose. If God is for you, doesn't matter. Nobody can be against you if God is for you. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. And when you start manifesting in the quantum or doing work energetically, and I've seen this on my journey. Now, you have to have physical, rational movement, right? Doing things, but things happen exponentially when it happens at an energetic level, at a spiritual level. The abundance, the growth happens exponentially. So this happens when you go outside the comfort zone. This year, if you haven't done so already, you have to come outside the comfort zone. And, this happens in waves. And I research other people. We're all on the same frequency. Some people are more, say, spiritual minded. Some are more scientific. But regardless of the person, that's why why am I successful? Why are you successful? Because I keep an open mind. And I study everything. I don't limit myself. I don't put myself in a box. No one could put your Uncle Mike in a box, right? And you can't be in a box as well. You got to be free to roam around. You got to be free to fly around. If you didn't see our world famous video on Ascension, the Heinrich metamorphosis, the caterpillar can only do so much, but a butterfly can go anywhere. Higher heights, different planes of existence, right? There's so much waiting for you out there. You have to come outside the comfort zone. So a lot of things that happened to a wave last year, and maybe I was part of that wave last year, are happening to some people this year. And I've researched and I saw people that went through kind of what your Uncle Mike went through last year, years prior. And that's why we're like the waves of volunteers to go through this. You have to go through these seasons that God puts you through if you are called, right? Some people gaslight. These people are narcissists. They don't want to do these things. Remember, this is a free will choice. This is a free will choice. Not everyone, and you don't have to do it, but this is a self-empowerment channel. So if I'm speaking the truth here, please smash that like button. You want to be chosen, you're actually signed up. We use certain terms that people relate to. You actually signed the contract and you knew you were coming in for this. And it's everyone's birthright. Some people could sit on the couch and that's what you could do. But some people want to climb the highest mountain. Some people, they want to challenge themselves. Challenge yourself with something new. I heard someone on YouTube share that a long time ago. Challenge yourself with, we have tremendous YouTube shorts. If you're new to the channel, go to the channel page, check them out. Challenge yourself with something new. And some people want to answer the call. Some people want the challenge. And you're going to have people, things, and situations that try to stop you. That's a frequency shield that you have to, they try to tether you to a certain plane of existence. You have to rise up. You have to bust through. You have to break through that shield. The obstacles are for growth and expansion. You were given obstacles and growth, obstacles, trials and tribulations, therefore your growth and expansion. Because you have abilities that nobody else can do. And this is the truth. There's people out there, beautiful people. They do these things. Uncle Mike, I don't know how to do, maybe with practice, if I spend time on it, and then I can work my way up to doing it. They do think that's their goals. That's what they're doing. I look at them in amazement. Some people look at me in amazement. I can do things that many people cannot do. And then there's also people out there can do things that I can't do, right? This is the rational, authentic, right? Where I share about stone soup, right? That's what we're all putting something different into the pot. And that's when we're all connected. And some people are disconnected, and that's okay. They could go in the corner and sulk, right? They could complain about you. You're going to see this. As you level up, there's going to be people, they activate to try to stop you. And then for a season, God is going to actually put your shields down. So that you could learn. You have to go, it's called the wilderness season or the isolation season. You ever go through the wilderness? You go on the channel page, you check it out. The wilderness season, very important. Very important. You went through these things. But that teaches you, when you go through it, you're like, I got nothing to lose, baby. I got nothing to lose. And sometimes we're playing the game of life too tightly. We're squeezed. Oh, I don't want to lose this. But when you realize that the only thing you have is your spirit, your soul, that's all you have. Everything else goes back in the box. You take this into the Akashic records. These messages last the test of time. And that's what we need right now. God is showing us authenticity. When you live a life in authenticity, you live a life like you have nothing to lose. That's why your Uncle Mike speaks truth. Drops the pipe bomb, there it goes, right? Because you got nothing to lose. And that's what people want right now. That's where the world is headed right now. And people are seeing this across the board. The more freedom people have, you know what? And we could be scared, like you could be, you're running a corporation and you want to run things that, and it can't be cookie cutter. And a lot of people learning this right now. You have to allow your employees, if you want to get the most out of them, you actually have to use discernment. You have to use clairsentience. You're going to have to feel their vibe. You're going to have to trust them. You're going to have to let them go. And by doing that, that's that creative spirit. You're going to get so much more production out of them. This channel is for all different people. All different people can benefit from this. You have to let go of these things. So the obstacles were for growth and expansion. And if you start living your life like you have nothing to lose, you start to surround yourself with people that support your vocation, your dream, not gaslight you and drain your battery. When you speak from authenticity, when you start living your life like you have nothing to lose, you say to you, and please let us know in the comments, you're starting to say, what do I even need this for? You don't even need, you're like, why are these people even here? I don't even need these people. They are only draining me. It's not my responsibility to ascend for them, right? Some people are new to the channel. This is what these mindsets of people. No, ascension is an inside job. The solar flash is an inside job. These messages last the test of time. And you'll see that there's people, they talk about this, flip-flopping people. They do one thing, and again, 80% of the time we have to keep the basics, right? The things that last the test of time. And as we move forward, you know what? There's certain things, okay, I changed this, I changed that. But if you're just some people just go with whatever the fad is, right? That's not authentic. That's not authentic. But the basics, right? The solar flash is an inside job. It's been said for years and years and years and over and over. It doesn't change. Ascension is an inside job. And people are going to say, when you start to realize this, and you have to focus on yourself, live your life like you have, you're going to lose friends. Who cares? They're not your friends anyway. You're going to lose a relationship. Who cares? That's narcissistic trash anyway. That was designed to parasite off your energy. Many different people are given these things. And we're going to be talking about that as we move forward. These are the traps. And God says, you're going to figure it out, kid. Oh yeah, you're going to figure it out. And when you do figure it out, you're able to transmute it for millions and millions of people. That's why it's so powerful. And I know there's always new people, and there's a lot of information. If you're new to the channel, please head over to the channel page. Go to that first playlist. You'll find we have thousands. What are we at? 1.6, 1.7 thousand videos to help you improve your everyday life in all three phases. Yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're growing exponentially. God is supporting you at all time. So that's why you can live like, oh, you know what? It's fine, because better things are coming. I am supported by God at all times. If God is for you, who could be against you? Absolutely nobody. Who's it? Jim Harbaugh, right? The Harbaugh family, right? They're two great coaches, and their father was too. And he trained his sons, and he said, who's got it better than us? Nobody. And they didn't have a lot growing up, but he trained their subconscious mind, and now they train their athletes, and now their team. These are coaches, right? So we have to coach people in their everyday life, right? That's what your Uncle Mike does, and that's what you guys are doing as well. Who's got it better than us? Nobody, right? And their teams are outperforming. This is the mindset you have to have. You have to have the mindset. You are going to live in that subconscious mind all day long, all day, every day. You have to have courage. It's not easy to do it at first, but once you embrace it and you start to see the change, then you say, you know what? This is the only way. This is the only way that I could live my everyday life. I look at myself, if I went to my former self years ago, and I'm looking at the things that I'm doing now, I would be terrified. Seriously. But this is why, and when you start to see how much life changes and how much better and more healthy you are, and that's why I'm here to share it with other people. Your life is going to change exponentially when you live it like you have nothing to lose. And energy, when you think that you're going to lose all these things, you start to, like I said, with sports, you're squeezing too tight and you're not doing the flow. I did a full video, flow versus force. You check it out. Flow versus force. And all of a sudden you start forcing the issue. Oh, it's not working. But once it starts flowing, that's why momentum is a real thing. Spiritual momentum, right? Momentum is a real thing. Time is most valuable in this reality. So valuable time. We know that linear time is fake. And as I've been sharing about going into the quantum, powerful video, quantum chaos on this channel, if you're new. Time is most valuable. It's all about your experiences of life. And more as they are in alignment. That's why you have to see these things at a deeper level. Or you have to have a higher vantage point. A lot of you know that world famous video. You have to have a higher vantage point. Time is most valuable. So there are people that will literally just, number one, waste your time on purpose, because the more time you waste, you're not building, creating, teaching, and leading. They could waste your resources. Then you have to spend more time replenishing those resources. So that's why you have to change your frequency, and you are becoming a well-oiled machine as you live your life like you have nothing to lose. It's okay. More is coming. No problem. More is coming. And it literally works. This is authentic manifestation here on this channel. And the more that you live like, oh, I don't care. That's because we try to hold on to friendships. We try to hold on to relationships. We try to hold on to all this garbage that we don't even need. We're seeing clearly, right? You have to see clearly. We're on the clear channel. And as we tune into God, God is going to give you that inexhaustible source. Some people are amazed, say, how do you do a video every single day? How do you keep going? You know, you could keep going. You just have a drive. And that's why I did that video, Beyond Motivated, Driven. That's the source energy. It's the drive. Motivation is one thing. Motivation gets you going. Habit keeps you going. You got to have that habit as well. Every day, I have it. It's like I have to do it. It's not like, oh, shucks, I have to. It's like, oh, I'm ready to go. It's a different vibe. That's a totally different vibe. You're driven. Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. Live your life like you have nothing to lose. Then you're just consistently showing up. You're resilient to everything. It's no worries. More is on the way. Better is on the way. Everyone, 1,000 people, write that in the comments. Better is on the way, because this is a very powerful year. This 888 abundance. Everyone hit 888. That abundance is coming in. You are embracing more of who you truthfully are. You are not a collection of subconscious programs. You are not the mask that society told you to wear. You are your soul. You don't have a soul. You are the soul. You are the energy that operates. That's what you are. And it lasts forever, all eternity. It's eternal life. Literally is eternal life. You are a soul. When you know that you are the soul, your whole mentality of life, it totally shifts. You cannot be afraid to fail. Regret is worse than failure. If you're sitting at the end of your life and you say, oh, I should have done this, I could have done this, you'd be sitting there. There's so many opportunities. When you sit there with regrets, oh, shucks. That's the worst feeling. Failing, no big deal. You're learning. It's not a loss, it's a learn. You're learning, kid. You're learning. We're learning every single day. We learn from everything. And the more that you say, this is Earth School and I'm here to learn, teachers teach. Focus on the learning. It's all about learning. And everything you do, you're learning more. You're taking more from it. Now, if you don't learn from it, then it could be a waste of time, because then you're going to have to loop it again as we go through the spiral. Okay, why is this coming up again? I don't know. Did you learn from it? Did you expand from it? Or are we repeating the same thing? A great shaking. I did that video. Watch that video. So start listening to the little gentle taps of God, because eventually, if you don't, there's going to be a great shaking in your everyday life. Listen to little nudges, little nudgy nudge. The opinions of others. You can't care about them. You have to give zero, you know what's, zero of them. You can't worry about the opinions of others, because you usually get opinions from people that don't know anything. Mark Twain teaches us these very, very powerful quote of ascension. If you don't want critics, if you don't want these narcissists complaining about you, do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. That's Mark Twain. All of these things, they last. None of these, it's all energy themes, and that's what we're here to do and present, because we can't have creators living in fear. We need creators to create. Everyone says, oh, we get the new world. We're building the new earth. Please smash the like button if this resonates, if you're learning something new. It's a great support, and when you smash that like button, I appreciate that. When you don't care about the opinions of others, nothing can stop you. Live like you have nothing to lose. You start to live your life the way you are supposed to live it. On my journey, one of the things I needed to fix and tweak, and I did this during the wilderness season, is not being a people pleaser, because everyone is what it is. A lot of people out there, they are in the ego, they are covert, and they don't have your best interest in mind. It comes in many forms. And then all of a sudden, you're trying to be a people pleaser, and I'm going to help this person. I'm going to be a nice guy. Well, actually not. The most powerful thing is being authentic. A lot of people in the world don't show you life the way that it is. They show you life on social media the way that they want you to see their everyday life. It's fake. It's fake. And as the energies rise up, it's all coming to the surface right now. Hughes, I appreciate you, Hughes. Thank you so much. God bless you, Mike. God bless you, Hughes. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. It's all about image, absolutely. All about image. And that's the old way. What, you know, the people that are concerned with, you got to be worried about the Akashic records. Not worried about your likes on InstaFace or whatever, right? You got to be worried about the Akashic records. Some people say, what the heck's this guy talking about, right? No, you have to worry about the Akashic record. That's the database you have to worry about. When my head hits the pillow at night, I know I did the best I could with the information available at the time. God sees what's in the sacred heart. It's a very powerful time. And as long as your heart is in the right place, when you make mistakes, you could always get back on board. But when you're doing things on purpose, there's people out there that do this. A great shaking comes. And all you need to do is keep moving forward. God's going to tend to everything for you. You have nothing to lose. God's going to tend to it, and God is going to keep uplifting you. We are uplifting everything right now. It's a total uplifting of everything. This is when you embrace this. This is a way of life. Please pay attention to this. People say, Uncle Mike, why are you so successful? This is a way of life, not a one-time thing. Not one day I'm gonna be authentic. One day, you know about these one-hit wonders. There's a big difference between it. Very powerful, very different. Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. That's what we focus on this channel. Write these 3 words in the comment section. Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. Look at it every day. Live your everyday life that way. And then you live a life like you got nothing to lose. That's where the magic happens. That's where growth happens exponentially. That's how we're raising the vibrational frequency of the planet and everything that we touch. When I step out into the world, I say everything I touch, I leave better than I found it. When I live my life that way, everything, it's called positive feedback loops in science. We need positive feedback loops. And the best way to do that is living your life, consistency, resiliency, authenticity. You're consistent every single day. You are resilient. Don't worry about live your life like you have nothing to lose. It's fine. And authenticity. Just be yourself. Don't be what other people want you to be. Otherwise, you're going to have regret at the end. Otherwise, you're going to have regret at the end. You will never fail. You will never fail. You go through a season, but you will in the long run, you will never fail with authenticity. So we have to rise up to these things. I don't know if that's a troll. Is that a troll there, Ronnie? Let us know. It's wild. It's wild. It's fun. It's funny though. So all of these things are coming to the surface right now. And you could take the course adjustment. Remember, God course adjusts us. But we are seeing this right now. A lot of people, you will know them by their fruits, right? We will know them by their fruits. So when you see people, right? Joe sees the clowns out there too. You will see them. They're going to come. They're going to complain. They're going to say stuff about you. What I learned going through this, right? I study successful people, and there are weak-minded individuals in society. Listen, there are totally bad people out there. I get it. But what happens is once you hit the like button, if I'm speaking the truth right here, when people reach a certain level of success, right? The sheep that are out there, and it comes in many forms. It's just the content of character, as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said. When you reach a certain level of success, you trigger the weak demon that's inside of them, and they are going to slander you, because when they cannot control you, all they can do is control the narrative about you. When you go, say if they have a social media profile or whatever, you click on it, they have 0 videos, they have 0 contributions to humanity. They just show up and they complain. Now, you might be an empath like me, and then your blood pressure starts rising. You feel like, oh, did I do something wrong? You did nothing wrong, kid. You did nothing wrong. These are the characteristics of these demons. These are the characteristics of these narcissists. Don't worry about it. Live your life like you have nothing to lose. Live it now. Start living your life today. Stop being so small. Stop being like a mouse when you're a lion. Right? This is a self-empowerment channel. Self-empowerment. Again, I'm not here to ascend for anyone. I'm here to teach you how to ascend for yourself. Practice what you preach. Real life evidence. That's what we need. Real life. Be the real ones. Because God is watching all day long. And when God is for you, there's no one that's against you. All you get is teachable moments. I'm very big on teachable moments. Buckshot 24, thank you so much for that. Love and appreciation. Forget about the bullshit. I appreciate that, Buckshot. Yeah, forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it. It's great. I love this community. If you're really resonating with this, if you're new, please hit the subscribe button. You could be part of this world-famous community. We're growing every single minute of the day. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing what happens. But it happens when you're in alignment to God. You have to be in alignment. Sometimes we're out of alignment. Our heart is in the right place, but you could be running off subconscious programs that are not correct. It's no one's fault. It's the basics in life. We'll say it over and over. When I was a young boy, right? My social studies teacher taught me about Martin Luther King Jr. And he said content of character. And that's what we have to be. That's what we got to focus on. It's your responsibility for your content of character. Every person out there, anyone watching, beautiful people, trolls, whatever it is, it's your content of character. And when you when you embody Christ, you're just a mirror. That's all. You're just pure light, and the light shines and you see everything. You could know people, and trust them to be who they are. Trust people to be who they are. A lot of times, it's very interesting. I learned this on my journey. They're going to tell you who they are. Did you notice this as well? They literally tell you who they are. Believe them. When they tell you believe them for who they are. They are going to tell you. They might not tell it on social media. They want to present life the way that they want the world to see it. But they will tell you. They're going to tell you to your face. They're going to tell you. Absolutely, Kelly. They will tell you. They will tell you who they are. Believe them for who they are. And that's why, you are trained by Almighty God to live your life like you have nothing to lose when you're in the wilderness. Go through the wilderness with nothing. Right? I appreciate that, Papa Fred. I love you, Papa Fred. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone being here. Powerful video today. Powerful message. Because this is where the power lies. When you live your life like you have absolutely nothing to lose. If God is for you, who could be against you? Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. So stay focused. And this year, you don't have to wait any longer. This is the year. This is the time. This is the season. Your abundance is now. The magic is happening now. Everything is in alignment now. Here on this channel, it's balance and alignment. And we went through that according to this video today. I love each and every one of you.
If today's message resonated with you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you improve your life in all three phases. Hey, this is the year of abundance. Let's bring abundance into our everyday life. If you want to improve your life, just take the Our Everyday Lives Challenge. Just show up every single day to this channel. 9 o'clock Eastern time. You can catch the replay if you want and see how it changes your overall frequency. That's what it's all about, because that frequency that you're putting out to the world, that is going to represent the world your life experiences. So we have to do the inner work on a daily basis, and by doing so, we authentically ascend, and this year represents true ascension. We have TikTok, we have Facebook, and we have Patreon. There are new videos on all three of the other platforms. The links are in the description. Utilize the hashtag #OurEverydayLives. Please share this video today if it resonates with you. Let's empower people. Let's become the best version of ourselves. Let's improve our lives in all three phases, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Let's have the inexhaustible belief in ourselves, and let's improve our everyday lives. I love you all. It's right before us. Lisa Casal. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you very much, Lisa. Thank you so much. Thank you for all being here. Let's pay it forward. Let's move it forward. We don't have to wait any longer. We're living our lives like we have nothing to lose. This is the year of abundance. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.